Okay, we go on straight into the replay. We're just thinking about right, so the first thing we want to do is put our normal left wing back on, and then we've got the right winger. So I feel like probably want to start two guys up front and the attacking midfielder instead. So Hodzic can go on the bench, and we'll start Vega instead. So Comis will go up front and we start Vega instead. So I think that's about right. So the only thing we're missing now is a sub. Don't think Reynolds is the right sub here. I think we want I guess the Liu, and actually instead of Vega we'll put Monnier in, and instead of Reynolds, because he's not going to come in, is he? We'll put Vega on the bench. Yeah, we've used up a full minute, but I think it's important to get this right. Nam, Pereira, Ferraro, Morozov, Guaya, Algren, Monia, Dupi. Right, let's just, and then we'll be going direct ball, high pressing. That's what we did. So let's just kick it off. I think we're largely okay with that. It is fundamentally a different setup though, because we had wingers last game. Well, we didn't, wingers, until one of them got sent off, then winger. So far though, not quite that promising really. I wonder if I wonder if we should pause before we concede a goal. So let's do that. The reason why I'm a little bit hesitant is just because we don't have much pause time, so I have to be decisive here. I think we just, for now, let's go back to counter-attacking. Possibly part of the reason why the match turned so much last time was because our team was fitter. So maybe it does make sense just to sit back a bit, do the counter-attack thing, and then come at them in the second half a bit more with direct ball and pressing. Maybe that makes more sense. So that's what we're doing. And then obviously now we've got a 2-goal lead, so that fundamentally is game changing. So it think it just makes sense to go with the tactic that, would it be game? Just to go with the tactic that, like this one right now, for example, they're not really creating much or anything. So they have had that one chance. Key objective here is to manage the substitutes in a very intelligent way, really. So we could, you've got yellow cards popping up everywhere, obviously, and then we've given away a penalty. Ouch. So we've got to be super careful about I think we just leave it till we get to half time, because we need our pause clock in case we need to change anything. And they're having a pretty steady flow of chances themselves, but we just want to get to half time. To think about this. Sheesh. There isn't any proper way that we can okay, so we got there, but honestly we've got so many yellow cards that I wouldn't even know where to start. I guess Comus is a logical place to start. I think that's a logical substitution. Probably that makes sense as well. The thing that's worth keeping in mind when you've got the cup fixture against an offline user like this is that as long as you're progressively learning information about stuff, the draw isn't really a terrible result, and we've got that in the back of our mind. We just definitely don't want to lose, so our substitutions are set up to just then. Our tactics and substitutions are very much with the let's not lose, as opposed to in a league match where you would normally be thinking let's win. Two clear-cut chances we've missed. We still are creating a genuine flow of chances here. Which is good. They are having shots themselves, which isn't good. But having the run of the play, I think it's an okay situation. thinking right now of the possibility of substituting off the striker, maybe, and just going all out defensive. I'm very much thinking of that as a possibility right now. Don't know. I mean, I think if we weren't having so many chances ourselves, I think it'd make sense. But because we are having so many chances, I think it does make sense just to bring some fresh legs on. In this case, fresh legs, but an extra defender as well. 5 across the back, so it's not. It's a pretty defensive formation which we're playing. Pack in the middle, 5 across the back, and a holding midfielder. We've generated an awful lot of shots against these guys. An awful lot. Pretty crazy amount of shots, really. I don't know how many it was over the 2 matches. I don't even remember. I think it was 20 something in the first match, wasn't it? So it's like 50 odd shots. So it was a lot of chances. But yeah, but no complaints. At the end of the day, you just try to win, and we won. So what can you say? Really, I think we had a plan. The direct ball thing didn't work out for us. I think we probably were right in that you can check their team, 58%, 50%, they're not very fit, and that is probably certainly why when we went high pressing direct ball in the second half that we probably did dominate the match because our team is a lot fitter than theirs. I think we did make the right judgment call to say let's stop that, let's save it for later, go counter attacking. Then we've got probably quite lucky to score the 2 goals playing that, but then from the point that's happened, it's like, well, you're 2-0 up playing counter attacking. I think you just, which we sat with the whole match, and we were creating chances the whole match. So it was, if you're winning and you're creating a steady flow of chances and your opponent is offline, it's like, I think we did the right thing here. I think we substituted off players with yellow cards, and we saved our last sub till quite late on. I think the only debatable point here really that you could argue about is this double sub where we actually took off, because we were playing 2 up front at the start. You could potentially argue that we should have not gone that defensive so early. We should have maybe substituted on another striker for him. You could have argued that. But even though we went a bit more defensive, we still created a steady flow of chances anyway. And importantly, we didn't concede a goal the whole half, so which was obviously the main reason for having gone more defensive, was to reduce the chances of conceding a goal. And they didn't score. Yeah, they had a few shots, but not many. We had way more shots than them. So I think this is one of those matches where I think we were not perfect. You're never going to be perfect, but we're quite spot on. I think we nice, logical set of choices, and came away with a win, which is always good. So okay, into the next round of this cup. I think it was the TFA Cup. So we're entered into round 3. Our opponent's not drawn yet though. So, oh, there's not. Yeah. So it's a ways to go yet. Obviously, there's six rounds here in order to win it. So we got a way to go, but yeah, we're in the next round, and this is the competition that we won last season. So why not? It's possible we could win it again. So alright, cheers, thanks for watching, and catch you for the next match. Cheers.